I've waited for this.
I asked about that bell when he had the first got the LVAD. I was like, what is that?
And now look at us.
Yep. Finally.
There he is.
There he
It's a skeleton.
I didn't bring it with me.
Bob didn't make it. Yeah.
Bob didn't make it to this one. I'll crop him in though. I'll put him in. All right.
You ready? Oh, you're putting.
I'm just too strong for this.
You followed the word.
He did.
I read it. You read it again?
Oh, you're ready.
Okay, let's read it again. Ring this bell 3 times well, the toe to clearly say, my treatment's done. This course is run, and I'm on my way.
Woo!
For my family, thank you. It's been a 6-year run, and never thought we'd get here. So, thank you.
Well, that should be tears of joy, okay?
It is tears of joy.
So amazing family. You all need to tell. The story goes behind 6 years ago. First presentation to our hospital, there's a loud thud, which his wife hears. She's downstairs preparing a meal and she hears a sound. She rushes upstairs. He's collapsed in the bedroom. She does CPR on him, resuscitates him for a longer time, at the same time calls for 911. And then they come, they continue the resuscitation and they bring him to our emergency room. So I place him on ECMO because he basically has a multivessel coronary disease, and he comes to us on an ECMO, and next step, nobody knows. She does not know whether he's there or not there. Ambulance gets him from another hospital to our facility, and then the first encounter I have, the man is obviously completely on the ventilator and ECMO. Young, no prior coronary history, nothing. And wife comes. He does not know this whole concept of LVAD and everything. Remember that. The man had a fall in the bedroom. The next thing he wakes up is an LVAD. This is an amazing story. And from that, he basically recovers and then obviously breezes through the LVAD. Then his weight is up, so he goes through a sleeve surgery. But there are a couple of glitches which I want to bring on. This is important for us. So he's an LVAD and then subsequently gets listed for heart transplant. And then his insurance changes. So we are no longer a provider. I'm going to bring this on because this is important. So then we kind of said, okay, wherever your insurance takes it, that's the place you have to go. So he goes to Houston Methodist. And he stays there and he can tell his own experiences. I'm not going to coerce him to tell me what exactly happened. So he just goes there. He kind of tells his experience to them that the team which we had here was well knit and that they cater to the needs. What they would have really wanted is not being received there. So he changes his insurance and comes back. And then, you know, you go through this journey and his ventricle recovers. So there's so many fantastic aspects of things. So LVAD with completely normal functioning heart, yet we cannot explant the heart because we are saying that we have not basically fixed his arteries and he's going to go back to the same thing. Frustrated because there's one school saying that you can get the pump out and lead your life, and the other side is saying you cannot take it out. He goes through it, and we have had countless encounters in the LVAD clinic, and I don't even want to count because 6 years of LVAD, and we are forcefully asking him to come every month to the clinic, and there are extra visits he's come. Wife is there always, she works and then she's on the FaceTime, and basically until this journey which happened and then culminates into this. He never thought that this is going to happen. This holidays, it was kind of very difficult for them. So they were asking whether what's long term should we do? Should we just upgrade him and take the 30 days, which we always offer for the LVAD patients as a one time, to see if we can upgrade his status to a status 3. And that's the plight of the current listing system. You know, he's not had a single driveline infection. He's taking care of his LVAD to the best of his ability with his spouse. What you should tell a model person should is, yet he's penalized because he's not able to get a heart because he's status 4 and goes on for 5+ years. So we kind of said we shouldn't take the save for the rainy day 30 days. We would not do that, and he also felt the same way. Goes home, and then this journey finally culminates in him getting a heart, and he breezes through the transplant because he's conditioned and he's being an active man, and it's just very rewarding and fruitful to just go through the 6-year journey as what they've gone through and what a spouse had to go through resuscitating her own husband is just unbelievable and unfathomable. But this ringing of the bell is such, it exactly culminates and tells me exactly what this is all about. And I think I wish you the very best. Take good care of her. I think the fact that you have 6+ years is every minute you
Oh,
gotta remember her.
absolutely. I couldn't have done it without her.
Yeah.
I mean,
From here on, it's going to be good times for you, and just enjoy your life and
Yeah.
don't worry about the LVAD and all the difficulties which you face through.
I mean, that was our goal, to make it until transplant without. We was never readmitted for any LVAD problems. Never had drive-by infection. So I have a partner that is unbelievable.
So, the last footnote, there is a lot of ethical issues. So I remember this was a couple of years ago. Doctor, I'm 40+, pharmacist. You tell me that I have an LVAD, you've given me life. At the same time, you're not giving me what exactly is my life expectancy. And each time you come, you're only giving me a 1-year survival statistic and 2-year survival statistics. But you've never given me what a 5-year survival statistics and what is a 10-year survival. It's very hard, right? You just go, every time we give a treatment to a person, we always ask ourselves, okay, this is done, you're going to be good from here on. But here we're giving a treatment, but still there is uncertainties in regards to how long a person is going to live. You can take the cup as half full and say that you've given me a treatment and you don't know whether I can live the next 5 years or not. Or you can take it as in saying that I couldn't have walked out of the hospital without an LVAD and live that life. Whatever I'm giving is a life which is given to me as a gift. And that's the ladder which he took. And I always used to say this to him, that getting a transplant directly, transplant also has its limitations and finality. But getting a VAD and going through a transplant gives you the extra time which you go through that. So at every facets of his care, there are some thought-provoking questions which are raised, which fundamentally shakes you in regards to how to answer a person coming up to you who's in his 40s and said, I've not even started my family, you're giving me a therapy which it gives me a few years, but you've not given me what a 5-year survival is going to be. But yet, we go through this because there is no other options available. So I still have to compliment that LVAD did a great job for you.
Oh no, absolutely.
Never underestimate and say that you went through 2 surgeries, because I think it was a lifesaver for you.
Oh.
And it's always going to be a lifesaver, and that's for all the nursing staff and people who are thinking that LVAD is not the same as transplant. It is not.
No.
But it has gotten you to the point where you're walking out of the hospital within a couple of weeks of transplant is because your heart is conditioned that you could take a transplant surgery in a state where you can walk out because you're rehabilitated from having the LVAD.
Yeah.
So that's all I have to surmise, and this is an awesome experience, and this is exactly what makes people do what we do here.